Okay. Got my 1 year review. Well, doing my 1 year review on my K-Bar. Got this last October. This was October of 2024. Now it's December of 2025. So it's more like a 1 year and 2 month review. But yeah, just thought I'd go ahead and make this video. I did mention in videos before that I would make some different videos, some about knives, some about pants, whatever. And I think this might be our first dedicated knife review. So just go ahead and, if I could get this out of the sheath. This is a Real Deal K-Bar. Got this from an Army Navy store in Kalispell, Montana. Got it for about $200, which admittedly it's kind of it's just a little bit overpriced. I mean, you can get K-Bars now from Scheels for $130, but this one was made in the 90s. Made in the 90s. Most likely had a much higher carbon in its steel, probably. And yeah, this thing is very sharp. I've no idea how many times I've cut myself. I'll just set it right there. This knife has been used on what's been brought with me on many hunting trips, and it had been used probably about 3 times on an actual game. Was it first time? It was October in 2024. Me, my grandfather, and my cousin, we all went hunting together, and we ran across a buck, and we were on one hill, and he was on just an adjacent hill, and the sun was starting to set, and me and my cousin both put our rifles up, and the sun was just in my scope, so I couldn't take a shot. My cousin was able to take 3 shots, each one of them hitting this poor buck, and yeah. Then I let him use this here knife to skin it and gut it, and it worked pretty good. Almost like the deer just wasn't there. It was cutting through, just like cutting through paper, basically. Then later that night, when we got the deer back home, I let my grandpa use it just to cut through the Achilles. I think it'd be the Achilles on a deer. I'm not sure. I think it would be a Achilles. But anyways, he cut through just a little bit of skin in it, and he yelled. And I asked him if he cut himself, and he said, "No, it just cut right through, like that deer wasn't even there." This was a very, very sharp knife, and it still is a very sharp knife. Whenever I try to move the blade around on my own, almost not like this, but almost like this, and I'm cutting some of my fingers just a little bit. It's a very sharp knife, and yeah. And it was like second time. It was only used to cut out an elk's heart. That was the second time. Then I'd taken it on a few hunting trips. Only about a year later after that. And we never really saw anything. We went up and climbed a mountain. And I had this with me, and we're climbing up a rocky mountain because we're in up near the Rocky Mountains in Montana. And definitely some rocks had just scratched up the sheath just a little bit. You can warn if that's bad, but I don't know. Just adds a little bit of character. These very heavy knife. Then what was it? Probably about just a month ago, my older cousin, he had a buck that he was just giving away the meat on because he had already gotten probably an elk and another buck in the season. He had too much meat in the freezer, so he was just giving away the meat. Me and my grandpa went up to his place, and this old girl got to see some use again. And this knife made some good work of that deer. It's a very good knife. Now, of course, there's always going to be, better options for the money. But for me, this is probably the best knife. Best knife for me. If I could just keep this in frame while I reach off screen. Recently, I'd also picked up this here. And we're gonna have to cut it a little bit close, but look at that. It's a very nice knife. It's almost like a mini case. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, this is almost like a mini K-bar. If I could put the blades about the same. Yeah, it's almost like a mini K-bar, almost. This right here is I'm not using it as like a collector's item. I'm not. Other people could. I actually do intend on using this. Not the way that actual Marines have used them during World War II, but just using it as best as I can in civilian life for, I don't know. I still kind of want to go for the Marines, but also still want to go firefighting. So we'll have to check. Have to check and see, basically. That is my 1-year review on the USMC K-Bar. And I think that's everything. Also, yes, stay tuned for a historical video on the K-Bar as well. It's not like there's already hundreds of videos on it. Oh yeah, might as well also mention nah, I don't know anybody's seen that movie, but I was about to say that this knife had a little bit of a cameo in, was it Nobody 2? That movie that just came out probably a few months ago. Nobody 2. And this was used by one of the bad guys. I think it was probably that looked like a sheriff or a deputy, or maybe a Port Authority officer. I don't know, one of the bad guys at a K-Bar that they pulled on the main character. I don't know. I didn't see the movie. I just saw in the commercial for the movie. But anyways, guess that's it.